Hey everyone! Alright, so you have made it to week 5 of our Genius Hour project. So remember, you want to follow the red folders and you want to go into Final Portfolio. And what you're going to do is, remember, these are all clickable links up here, and there are 4 lessons for week 5. So we're going to go to number 1. And if you want to go back to the home, if you click on this home button up here, it'll take you back to this screen. Remember, each one of these has a video over here, so if you want to see an overview or if you want more detailed instructions, please play these videos. Genius Hour 5, and you'll see that they start playing. If you want to make them bigger, if you double click on it, it should make it bigger. If you but you want to double click on that video there. Alright, so I'm going to go over each one of these. It's just going to be a quick overview. Again, the videos go more in depth. So for lesson 1, the project, students will create a Genius Hour portfolio using the Genius Hour 6 Ps. So this is kind of going over what the portfolio is going to look like with your 5 artifacts in there. Alright, so make sure that you watch this video and then you can also click there for some examples. Alright. For the presentation, so this is what you're going to start planning this week. So this is super important. So presentations are an important part of the Genius Hour project. Presentations should be but 3 to 5 minutes. Throughout the presentation, a student can share any information that he or she would like, but it is essential that he or she shares the LEQ. See the Schoology assignment presentation planning, which we're going to go over just in a short minute here. And then what you're going to do is you're going to record your presentation, and then you're going to upload to YouTube as unlisted and post the link on Padlet. Please watch this video because I go over all of those directions in this video. This video right here is key. All right. For the biography, you're going to write a 1-page biography about you and what you learned this semester. Make sure that you're using the outline and the template on Schoology. The paper should be 1 page, 12-point Times New Roman, double spaced. The rubric is also posted on Schoology. Once you are finished writing the paper, check for any spelling or grammar errors, and then click Submit Assignment on Schoology. For the interactive presentation, so once you post your presentation, what you're going to do is you're going to post it on Padlet, and you're going to write 2 to 3 sentences introducing your project. You want to really, really sell this. Make your peers want to watch your video. All right, so think of it as an advertisement, and you need to convince your peers to watch your presentation. Then you're going to respond thoughtfully to 10 peers' artwork with 3 hashtags that you would give the presentation or project, 2 positives about the product that the artist presented on, and 1 question to the presenter. Again, watch this video because this video will go over all of those directions for you. All right, so I went over all of that, but to start, what you're going to do is you're going to click here on the Genius Hour Project Planner. Once this opens for you, you're going to click on My Document. I like to click Edit over here. You can edit it in this screen here, but I personally like to click Edit, and I like to open it in another screen. So when you open it in another screen, it'll probably look like this. So you're going to click on this over here on week 5 because we're now on week 5. And you'll see there are 5 things to do in here. Make sure that you're answering these questions. What do you need to complete this week? You're going to type that answer here. Then you're going to continue to log your outside experts. So their name, their contact email, if you emailed them, if you Zoom called them, like we do during class, you can put that in here, the date contacted, and then notes. If you need to reformat this, you can reformat this, but just make sure that you're logging your outside experts, like when you're connecting with them. All right, which artifacts are you working on this week? So you want to make sure that you're typing that here. What questions do you still need answered? So you're going to type that here. And how have your outside experts helped you? And again, you're going to type that in here. And then any additional notes, you can type that on here. And then the very last page on here, there we go, is to summarize what you worked on this week and what opportunities for improvement do you have and what are your next steps. All right, so make sure that you complete this. Once you have this completely filled out, then what you can do is you can go back over here into Schoology and you can say submit assignment. And then I'm going to say yes, submit. And it's hopefully it doesn't give you that error message that it just gave me. So I'm going to try it again. And it says something about experience an issue with your submission. So you may need to try this a few times. You can see like Schoology's struggling a little bit here. So I'm not really sure why. It could be that I'm logged into a different account, which is fine. You may not get that error message. And hopefully you won't. So I'm going to scroll all the way down here. So we are now on week 5. So there will be a warm-up question. I haven't posted it just yet, but there will be a warm-up question here for you. And then you're going to go into the presentation planning. We're going to click on this. You can see here there are directions. Please read these directions carefully. All right, and you're going to follow those directions. Again, I posted a video on here. Presentation. So please watch this video because this video is about 4 minutes long and that's going to help you. So the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to open with Kami. All right, so this on this presentation planning form, you want to make sure that you're completing this. So what did I learn? This is the LAQs that I was talking about earlier. What action did I take? What questions do I still have? All right. What was your product? So this is just planning out your presentation. And you're going to go through, you're going to answer all of these questions, looking back at your potential roadblocks. Were these a problem? You're going to list out your major successes, your epic fails. Failures are how we learned. I'm not sure if you remember this, but going back to my very first crochet, there are a lot of failures in here. But those failures enabled me to learn. So don't be ashamed of your failures. I think that failures are great actually because they really push you forward and they help you learn things. And then what did you learn about yourself? And you're going to type that in here. Once you have this completely filled out, you're going to click Turn In up here in the upper right corner. So that's what's different about when you open an assignment with Kami. You're going to click Turn In up here, and then we're going to click Turn In again. So do you see that in the upper right corner? So now what's going to happen is it's automatically going to bring me back to Schoology, and then it's going to say upload, and I'm just going to simply click submit, and that's all I have to do for this one. So now what you're going to do is once you have your recording, you're going to post the video on YouTube as unlisted and share on Padlet. So this is all you're doing this week. All you're doing is just planning out your presentation. So you're just doing the reflection. You're not actually doing the presentation. We're going to do that on week 6. All right, so this week all you're doing is you're going to plan this out and then you're all finished. So just to recap, remember you want to go through each one of these. You're going to finish this Genius Hour project planner for week 5, and that's going to help you to kind of close up your project. And then what you're going to do is you're going to scroll down here. You're going to go to the presentation planning, and you're going to click on this. And this is the only thing that's due this week. All right. And you're going to open assignment with Kami. And then once you have this filled out, so this is what you're working on this week. This is like the big thing. You're going to click on Turn In, and then you're going to click on Turn In again. And it's going to bring you back to Schoology. And you're going to click Submit. And that's it. You're all finished. And next week, we're going to do We're going to work on the portfolio. So if you want to continue to work on the portfolio, or if you want to get a head start on the portfolio, before you start on the portfolio, I highly recommend that you work or that you watch this Genius Hour. Whoops. Scroll down here a little bit. You watch this Edpuzzle. So if you want to get a head start on next week, this is what's due next week. You can watch the Edpuzzle final portfolio video, and then you can work on the final portfolio. All right, again, that's for next week. All right, thanks so much for watching, everyone.